Hey Libras, welcome back. We're gonna do mid-December through mid-January. So again, I apologize for being late. Let me tell you, life has been insane. I have not had a second of downtime, so I do apologize, guys. Let's get right into your reading. Before I even turned the camera on, I was just shuffling and getting in your energy, and cards came out. So we're gonna talk about them, because I think that they are prevalent and important. And we're talking about the astrology a little bit, because it's been crazy and it's still crazy. And we're going to talk about 2022 a little bit, where it's also going to be crazy. So right now with the energy, we have Mars in Sagittarius. We just had it kind of conjoin the South Node there. And that's all about third house energy with you. So there's a lot more of this like intense, like conflicted, frustrated, I don't want to say like fighting, but kind of like fighting-ish energy with siblings, family, people that you're working with, people that are around you. So I feel like a lot of you guys are going to feel really frustrated in terms of work, especially because we also have Mercury going into Capricorn in your fourth house, which is your home, your living space, and your living situation, how you live, is going to be a huge focus for you guys right now. And it's going to be very big focus, especially when the sun moves into Capricorn. And we also have Mercury that, going into, we have Mercury in Capricorn. We also have it, entering its shadow there. So it's going to be this really big focus on this area of your life here, especially when we have that new moon in Capricorn in the fourth house on the 2nd of January. So there's this really intense, like I'm saying, focus on this aspect of money, this aspect of wealth, and what it gives you in terms of home. Also, what does your home life look like? Your family. You're going to be more focused in these areas. And, what is your living situation? What would you desire? What do you want? What more do you want? And I'm getting the sense that a lot of you guys have this really, let's bring up the cards. Let's do it. Have this really intense need to go right now. You want change. You're done. You would like to find that stability elsewhere. And you're like, I'm so tired. Yeah, I might be getting the money, but like at what cost? I don't like this. I'm not into it anymore. With the 7 of Swords, the Fool, and the 8 of Wands, it's like, I don't know. I also kind of get the sense you guys don't want to be foolish about it. Like, I don't want to rush off and like make a fool of myself and, be like, oh my God, like this is such a Taurus Libra thing, because being ruled by Venus is like, why would I do that? Like, because then I won't have stability. And I don't subscribe to that, because I got too much Aries in my chart there, but at least not most of the time, but I'm kind of known to do that actually. But 7 of Swords, the Foolish Man, the 8 of Wands, there's this real, like, with the 7 of Swords there, I just feel like there's like this secret need in you. It's like you guys are hiding this need, like this really deeply felt like I gotta go energy. Like I really just want to like pick up and go somewhere else. Like some of you are like, I want to move across the country. I want to move across the world. I want to try. I just need to get out of here. I gotta go. There's this really, really big push there within you. And I think that a lot of people are very surprised. But it's like, I don't know, as a Libra, like people should have seen this coming in you. But at the same time, you guys keep things down so low. I feel like on that, it's like, yeah, I'm frustrated, I'm annoyed, but like, when am I not with work? When am I not like this? And it's like, no, this is pretty serious. And it's like you're looking at this and you're like, okay, stability is what I want, that Ace of Pentacles. And we're gonna look at that a little deeper, because I feel like that is something really big, and that's a good thing. But the 4 of Cups is like, how long am I gonna do this? How long are we gonna keep taking the cup that's offered to us because it's offering us money? I don't know, you don't seem to be happy about it, so just saying. Yeah, and especially with Jupiter going into Pisces in your 6th house, there's just such a huge focus on like daily life, working, how am I living, what are my habits, what's my routine, do I even like it, what needs to change there, I gotta change. How you enjoy things is going to change as well, what we enjoy. Oh my God, Libra, you're going to hold on to something even longer. Don't hold on to it if you're not happy. Okay. Yeah. Okay, what's this? I don't know. I think some of you guys are going to have, oh my God, I just lost it. I don't know why I put that back in there when I said, because I saw it and I was like, had a visceral reaction. I was like, oh no, you guys aren't gonna like that. But at the same time, I think like there's a necessary need to fight for what you want in terms of security, money, that all that stuff this month. Do not throw this energy at the wrong people. You might be frustrated, you might be mad, you might feel like nothing is going the way you want it to or as fast as you want it to go, and you really just want it to change, and you really just want to go. Guess what? You gotta wait. Stop it. Don't get mad and yell at everybody around you, okay? Don't snap at other people. Don't do it. Don't go at people when you don't know what you're talking about either. This month there's this need to prove people wrong and do this and tell people what's what, and it's like, it's not gonna work. You're gonna sound dumb. I don't want to say dumb, but like you're not gonna come across the way that you think that you're gonna come across, and you're gonna look at it later and be like, oh, did I say that? Oh, was that the kind of argument I was going with? Don't do that, okay? Just don't do it. Especially when Mercury goes into shadow. It's already in Mars and Sagittarius, and it's already, you know, picking up fights with everybody around you. So just like don't, okay? If it doesn't need to be said, if you are just jumping in because you're feeling some type of way, let the emotion and the feeling and this need to be the powerhouse of the conversation wash over you and go somewhere else, okay? Just let it go. Let it go. And it's weird that I kind of get this vibe with you, but because I feel like you're not usually like this, but work is gonna change. Don't worry, okay? It's like, for some of you, it's almost like, I want to go back to school. I gotta do something else. I'm tired of this, but I'm also afraid of what that might mean to change things. Sorry, I'm talking about the cards as I'm looking at them, but I'm not even showing you all this kind of energy. I want to go. I want to fight for what I want. I want it to come in right now. And I'm not saying like don't go out and apply, don't go out and do these things. Do that. Do seek out what you want to do. But I would say, I think the clarity in terms of what you're attached to doing, what you really want to do, is going to come in a little later, in a couple months, like a month or so, okay? Like, I just think like, yeah, if you have the money saved up, you want to go travel, you need to get away. Get away then. Go for it. I'm not going to tell you not to. Make a plan though. Plan it out. You might have to wait. Okay? And we're not getting the things that we want right now. It's almost like, oh my God, I feel like I'm like reading for Aries again. But you guys are opposite signs. So there's this similar like frustration with wanting to go and feeling stuck. But also once it's like, okay, Libra, it is time to go. You're like, I don't know, actually, never mind. It's like, no, you can do it. Don't get too stuck. Make sure you have the stability before you take the leap, of course. I'm not going to tell you that twice. You already know. But there is this need to fight for what you have faith in and fight for yourself and fight for what you're passionate about. And I think, like, if somebody pushes you the wrong way or doubts your worth at work or doubts, you know, what it is that you're doing and what it is you want to do, you're going to be right up in their grill like, excuse me, I don't think so, and this is who I am, and in fact, now I'm gonna go do it. Like, tell a Libra they can't do something, you will see how fast they will do it. It's unbelievable. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I'm talking about. I know it. Anyways, 5 of Swords in the Sun, though, about that Ace of Pentacles. Sometimes it's feeling defeated. I hate saying this. It's like a defeat, a really big loss, like, or a big fight for you is going to shine a light on an aspect of yourself that you're going to be like, whoa. And again, this is happening for everybody this month, so don't worry. Everybody's kind of getting their fears and their toxic behaviors and traits and things that hold them back thrown in their face. And it's like, okay, well, now that you've had this fight, now that you know how people feel, and now that you know where you stand, how do you see yourself? How do you see the situation now? How do you see it when it's put in your face in such a bright way that you cannot ignore it? Like, this is like sharp brightness. Like, it's not like a bad thing. I don't think it's bad, but sometimes the sun shows up to shine light on the things that were in shadow for us. And I think that again, with the astrology, there's a really big sense of unveiling these things about ourselves that we needed to see, and unveiling things about our behaviors, our own patterns. And for you guys, a lot of it is about patterns. Of course, that's Capricorn energy, and we're going to be entering Capricorn season. It's all over the place for you guys. And Capricorn is obviously 4th house, and all that kind of stuff. But I also feel like it really is going to showcase these negative, like, kind of patterns within yourself. How we spend money, especially how we let ourselves get attached to being too, and it's a Venusian trait. You, just like Taurus, can get a little too stuck in a job because you're getting paid and it's fine. And I'll take the abuse because it's fine. Why would you do that? Like, unlike a Taurus, which is like, no, we must enjoy this, and I will leave if you do not worship me, and I don't enjoy this job, and it's not what I want it to be, and I'm not comfortable, I'm out. Like, you guys will be like, I'll make it work. Don't make it work. It's time to stop making something work that isn't working. If it's not working and you're not happy, it doesn't matter how it looks on paper. It doesn't matter the money. It doesn't matter who they are and what they're telling you and, you know, what they're promising you. And I'm talking about relationships too. Libra rising, but you know, it's just, it's time. It's time to see that and check it, like clock the pattern and get out. If you see yourself getting back into that toxic pattern, it's time to go a separate way. It's time to take a step back. And again, I think it's time to go in that new direction. Where do you want to go? You definitely want to go somewhere. You have this like feeling like, I just want to go. I need the freedom. I need freedom. I need to get free. The situation that I'm in doesn't really feel like it's allowing me any freedom, and I'm done. So where do you need to get free, Libra? And from who? From what? Don't get too stuck in the traditional this month, because traditional will be a huge focus in so many ways for you guys, with Capricorn going to the 4th house. All that kind of traditional nonsense that we get a little too wrapped up in. It's not bad. It's comfortable. It's nice, especially around the holidays. But if we get too stuck there, then we lose that push to rush forward to something better, and we need to. It's time to walk away from something really big. And the 8 of Cups is a really hard card. For me, this might be one of the hardest, saddest cards in the deck, because you're walking away from something that you need to, that you have once loved, and it could be very difficult. But at the same time, you know it's time. You've known this for a long time, haven't you? Allow that Gemini full moon. Is it a full moon? Oh my God. Yeah, right? I don't know. I think it's a full moon. But yeah, the full moon in Gemini on the 19th. And then we have, again, that new moon in Capricorn. And then we have a new moon in Capricorn on the 2nd. We're coming up on these types of things. I do feel like that's going to be a really big time for you to close things out and to learn. Because Gemini, for you, is, 3rd house, 9th house kind of energy there. And with the sun in your 3rd house, it's just like, what are we applying? What do we know and believe? What do you believe? What do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about what you can do? What do you believe about what you can do, and what are you going to do about it? I think that you should do something more with it. And I do think that, especially with that new moon in Capricorn in your 5th house with creativity and all that really nice energy, it's going to give you the creative, oomph to push forward. But I do think that, this is a time of going deep, of allowing our higher self and allowing our inner self there, whatever you want to call it. And especially if you are feeling lost, do a meditation with your higher self, because they will never direct you in the wrong direction. They will always give you the advice that will take you on the path that you need to be on, your highest, best, and most fulfilling path. So listen to that. And if you're being pushed to leave something and to walk away and to face some fears that maybe you didn't want to deal with and you didn't want to confront, it's time to, because you know it's time. Let me tell you, if you don't, the astrology is definitely going to be doing it for you, because it's doing a lot right now, okay? So yeah, in terms of work, career, your life path, and who you are and what you want to be, like the life that you live is like, it's all like up for change right now. And I feel like a lot of you are just really seeing it in a very different way. Of like, what do I even enjoy anymore? What are my new ideas? Like, I'm not enjoying how I'm, doing this right now, so what do I need to change? What do I need to let go of? Who do I need to let go of? Who's stopping me from these things? Again, I do feel like a lot of you guys might be like thinking about going back to get more education, to all these really interesting things that might give you more creativity. give you like a creative boost in terms of where you want to go moving forward. You don't have to be artistic to be creative. Just have creative energy, ideas. Anything that, you know, kicks up that part of you that is more of a dreamer. So, you have the nodes moving into your 8th house, Taurus, the north node, and we have the south node moving into Scorpio in your 2nd house. So there's going to be a huge focus on letting go of work systems, possessions, of course. And with the north node in your 8th house, a lot of shared resources of others, debts, death, inheritance, all these kinds of things are going to be coming up, especially with the eclipses in Scorpio and Taurus that we will see throughout the next almost 2 years when the nodes are there. So there's going to be a huge shift in focus there as we enter January and get to like mid-January, right by that full moon in Cancer. That's going to be really the checkpoint of everything is going to be different by then. Things will be changed. You will want different things than you want even right now, probably. You will find different things nourishing and fulfilling. You'll be seeking out more in those areas. Yep, there we go. We have change. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And there we go. If you aren't making this decision now, if you're holding back now, let me tell you, by mid-month next month, you're done. So that's what I was saying. Like, you can say, I don't know right now. It's coming. Like, it's coming. Okay? So, like, stop pussyfooting around. Okay? Death in the Wheel of Fortune. There it is. The great transformer, change. Change is coming whether you like it or not. When the nodes shift, like, it's here. And you're not going to be able to stop it. You're not going to be able to ignore it. You're not going to be able to ignore the urges and the need for it anymore. It's happening. You're happening. You're doing it. It's okay. And again, there's a lot of success and victory. And again, it just feels like you have a really big new idea, a really big way forward that you do want to go. And you can do it. And Capricorn season will be where you can let that idea gestate. But I do feel, again, that Cancer full moon, that day of 17th, 18th of January is when things are going to shift for you guys. You're going to feel it. You're going to know. But we're making big decisions about the life that we want to live. And we want to be more like the Queen of Pentacles. She doesn't have to work that hard for her money. She lives in abundance. She's happy. She's not struggling. Why do we attach ourselves to this capitalistic need to push, and work ourselves to the bone? Just because people did that in the 90s, it's like, no. Or like the 80s, 90s, it's like, no, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. And I had a good conversation with a different friend of mine actually about this, and how that kind of, I think, when computers came about is when this really twisted, sick, capitalistic, like forcible, like work 24 hours kind of like shit, like happened. This whole thing of, you know, you have to be working this hard. You're working from 9 a.m. till 3 a.m. and then you're going to bed, then you're going and doing it again. And that's, you owe your life to this company. You owe your life to making money for this business, to doing this thing. You don't. You absolutely do not, and we need to change this. And I do think in a collective consciousness kind of way, we all need to change this. America needs to change this especially. But you can't let yourself get wrapped up in that. That's not your identity, Libra. Ooh, that one hurt, huh? But that's not your identity. Capitalism is not your identity. And I'm going to tell you that again and again. Capitalism and the stress and the struggle and this need to perform and be and do all these things and show, and be like, I'm go out there getting my hustle. If you don't want to hustle like that, don't do it. You don't need to do it for anybody's benefit. You don't need to do it to show up as that person so that everybody knows how hard of work you are, or whatever it is that you need for your ego. You need people to see this about you, and you want to make sure we're all, you know, working just as hard, and nobody's thinking less of me. Whatever this bullshit, like, your reasoning for this is so silly, and it's like, how long have you held on to this ideal? How long have you thought that that's the way life works? It's not the way life works. We were humans that were hunting and gathering, and honestly, most of the time, probably just sitting around, not doing very much, like way back then. And it's just like, this is not the way that we were meant to live now. Let yourself eat, let yourself sleep. You want to enjoy it. You want to enjoy this. Get back into that Venusian headspace. Tap into the Taurus. Tap into that. And again, these things about you are going to change so hard over the next few years. You're going to have to let this thing about how you see work and how you've been working go, because it's not working for you anymore. And the more you hold on to it, the worse it gets, and the more intense of an ending it's going to be. So let it go. All right, let's look at love a little bit. I feel like, gosh, you and Aries are like, I don't know what it is. I think it's just because you're opposite signs. You're probably kind of like in the same spot there. That always happens with my opposite signs. And I'm like, why are you guys both so focused on this? But what can I say? You guys both got that second house, eighth house focus right now. In terms of love, I think you're going to be so focused on your path ahead and what's best for you that if you're single or somebody's wanting you to commit or something like that, you're going to be like, I don't really have time right now. I got to figure this out about myself and I got to put me first. And that's so good. But at the same, let's see. Some of you guys might be hearing from people that you don't want to hear from. All I gotta say is block them. Okay? Just block them. Don't get involved with too many people when Mercury goes retrograde and Venus goes retrograde, okay? It might make you feel nice. There might be somebody really in there, but I think it's really important right now that you put your energy into the right places in relationships, to the right relationships. Because this is kind of mutable energy, and a lot of the things that happen in mutable energy stick around for a long time, especially for you, Cardinal Libra. So we have 3 sixes here, so things in terms of love do seem to be going very nicely for you. And I do like seeing that because sixes are a really big positive card for me. They're a message that you're on the right path, that things are going well, and there isn't that much to worry about there. Because Six of Pentacles to me is a card of equal give and take, but also to make sure that we're not keeping tally. I'm going to just do a little thing about that, like with Aries, but it's like, it's not like you hurt me, so I get to hurt you, or you did this, so now you owe me all these things. You have to let that go. True forgiveness, true reciprocity, true love does not bring these things up. It forgives, it forgets, it moves on, and we put in the effort to do so. So if you want that, you're going to have to really look very hard at, can you do that right now? And I think that you can. The Six of Cups to me, the Queen of Swords might not be acting out. And again, that's you. Queen of Swords energy. I love the Queen of Swords in this deck. It's like she just cut off his head. She feels nothing about it. So we don't want to be in that position. But at the same time, we might have to do that to some people this month. Some people might be coming back and being like, let's get back together. Let's do this. And you're like, no. I think I'm good, actually. I'm not really interested in that right now. I'm not there yet. Thanks. Bye. And for some of you, it's almost like you want to just be like, I think I'm actually just going to go forward on my own right now. I kind of get that for some of you guys, where it's like, you're not going to be, you're like, I think right now I got to figure out some stuff with me, and that's okay. And if you're there later, whatever. But don't let people push you into relationships or to give more than you can right now. If you can't do it, just don't. But I think for a lot of you, this is a really beautiful new beginning that offers things kind of falling into place in a really great way. New love, old love, whatever it is, put in the effort where it's meant to be and with people that you really want around. And don't put in that effort with everybody. Okay? It's gorgeous. I love that Six of Cups, the Six of Pentacles. That's so nice right there. There's a lot of success, but it's also like, keep your head level and be upfront. Tell people how you're really feeling, and don't just say it because it makes them feel better. Be very honest. You can't just say things to the benefit of everybody else around you. Okay? And to make them feel good. Queen of Cups, though, Eight of Pentacles. Again, I just feel like, especially by that Cancer energy, by that Cancer full moon, I just get the sense that like things are really going to be in a really much more stable, different place. A place where you might be in a better place about working on things. There's a lot of stability. It's almost like we're growing a spine. Like the relationship here is growing a spine, but so are you. Grow a spine this month in the right ways, especially in terms of work, in terms of what you need in relationships, and what's really good for you right now. Be very prevalent and very prevalent. What am I saying? Be very aware of those things within yourself right now. And again, I would say don't be afraid to let things go and to tap into this kind of energy, because it's like you have this really like freedom-seeking energy right now, and I think it's gorgeous and amazing, and it's going to bring you to much better heights, and I think it's going to bring in a lot of like either ideas, offers, or people that are going to help in that area of, you know, what do I want to create and do next? Who do I want to be next? What is my next path here for work, for life? Like, where am I going? What am I doing? Where am I living? Like, there's so many big questions around these big things. Do not let yourself get bogged down by other people's BS, and do not let yourself get wrapped up in, like, that fighting energy. It's like, you don't, like, so much is going on this month. Like, this energy is knocking around everywhere and just, like, throwing everybody for a loop. And it's like, don't even tap into it. You've got to ignore it right now. You got to ignore it, because there's so many important things to focus on that will help you get through this month and help you to set yourself up so much better for this new year, okay? So again, Libras, I think this is a really gorgeous month for you guys. I think it's really nice. It's tough, of course. There's a lot of tough little moments here. I think January is going to be interesting. I think when the nodes shift, your readings are going to shift a lot. I think everyone's are, though. So anyways, I love you guys so much. If you want to book a reading, do email me first and see if I have any availability, and if I can schedule you in. And do make sure to subscribe, guys, and have a wonderful new year, okay? Love you, Libras.